राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम. Manya, can you see the screen? Is it moving to the next slide?
I am still in agenda
Is it
slide.
moving? Can you see Jay Radha Madhava?
No, not at there.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Are we done with one round? Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for coming in, and whoever has joined online. Hare Krishna. Welcome. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen with the agenda? Okay, now I'm moving to the next slide. Can you see Krishna, Vyasadeva, and Srila Prabhupada? Huh? This one. No, you can't see that one. Okay. Let me stop share. Let me sort out the display thing first. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yeshodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yeshodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Chiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yeshodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yeshodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Mahamantra ki jai अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की जय चंडकोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय. So every week we are trying to learn one new bhajan. Yesterday's bhajan I posted, but nobody had time. I know we all went to temple by the time we came back. Nobody practiced yesterday's bhajan, but if there is time, ee week lo practice cheyandi. Now we'll try to sing. I'm also tracking every week what bhajan we are learning in one Excel sheet. This is the 5th bhajan we are learning. I'll sing, మీరు అందరూ follow on. Okay? He Govinda, He Gopala, Keshava Madhava, Deenadayala. He Govinda, He Gopala, Keshava Madhava, Deenadayala. He Govinda, He Gopala, Keshava Madhava Deenadayala. He Govinda, He Gopala, Keshava Madhava Deenadayala. Tumi Paramadayala Prabhu Paramadayala, केशव माधव दीन दयाल, तू ही परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल, तू ही परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल, तुम्ही परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, दीन दयाल दयाल, सीता बसन परी मयूरी रसिका ढोरी, मुरलीवाणी तुले बोले राधा श्याम, सीता बसन परी मयूरी रसिका ढोरी, मुरलीवाणी तुले बोले राधा नाम, पीता बसन परी मयूरे रसिका ढोरी, मुरलीवाणी तुले बोले राधना, पीता बसन परी मयूरी रसिका ढोरी, मुरलीवाणी तुले बोले राधना, तुम्ही मधुर गोपाल प्रभु मधुर गोपाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल, तुम्ही मधुर गोपाल प्रभु मधुर गोपाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल, भव भय भंजन श्री मधुसूदन, विपद भंजन तुम्ही नारायण, भव भय भंजन श्री मधुसूदन, विपद भंजन तुम्ही नारायण, भव भय भंजन श्री मधुसूदन, विपद भंजन तुम्ही नारायण, भव भय भंजन श्री मधुसूदन, विपद भंजन तुम्ही नारायण, हे गोविंदा हे गोपाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल, एवरीबॉडी, हे गोविंदा हे गोपाल, केशव दीन दयाल, हे गोविंदा हे गोपाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल, हे गोविंदा हे गोपाल, केशव दीन दयाल, हे गोविंदा हे गोपाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल. Hare Krishna. It's a very small bhajan, it's a very sweet bhajan. You can practice this week. This is the homework for this week, to learn a new bhajan. Right, very nice. So, second line, if you see, mainly I wanted to highlight this one aspect. Tumi Parama Dayala Prabhu, Parama Dayala. You are the most merciful, you are the most merciful. You are very kind. How many of you agree with this word? Most merciful. Many of you are agreeing. Why? Why are you agreeing that he is most merciful? Huh? He takes care like father. Inka? Why is he most merciful? Merciful I can understand. Most merciful.
He ignores all our mistakes.
He is ignoring all our mistakes. Last week I was talking to Lavanya Mataji after the Prasadam, and this topic came up. So when we were talking about reincarnation, Mataji raised this point. Krishna is so kind, Prabhu. Every life he is reminding us. Even though we have ignored so many lives. That's why we are born here. If we have followed him, we would not have been here. Ante kadan. Ikkada unnavante ayana vadilesaru. So every life, we are having so many lives. Every life, he is knocking our door, sending devotees into our life, sending Bhagavad Gita into our life, and telling us, come back home. Beta, come back home. And we are telling, no, no, Papa, I will play for some more time. How many of you had small children? You might have seen this, no? Amma inka time అయిపోయింది ఇంటికి రండి, come home, have dinner, sleep. They will say, no, Papa, we'll play for. Of course, now they will play with this one. Earlier days, people were playing in the outside parks or in the corridors or something. Children keep telling, abhi 8 o'clock ho gaya, please come. 8:30 ho gaya, please come. Like that, Krishna has been reminding how many lives. Please, at least this life, take my word seriously. Take me seriously. And we are telling, bahut suna, enough. We have been saying like that. At least this life. And did Krishna anytime stop trying? Did he stop trying? This life also, he again gave us an opportunity. Please come to attend Bhagavad Gita classes. Please learn bhajans. Please do Hare Krishna Mahamantra bhajan japa every day without fail. Consistently. Every day without stopping. Minimum 2 rounds, minimum 4 rounds. Retired people 16 rounds, no exception. Semi-retired 8 rounds. Who are very busy with family life, working, children, minimum 4 rounds. Below 4, there is nothing. Below 4 is not accepted. Each one of you have to come to 4 rounds minimum. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So he is reminding us again and again and again. That's why he is called most merciful. Right. Let's. Chapandi. Correct. Correct. Yeah, your point is very valid. మామూలుగా మన చంపటానికి వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు మనం బ్లెస్ చేస్తామండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ కమింగ్ టు కిల్ మీ అంటామా? కృష్ణ వాస్ మ్యాగ్నిఫిషియంట్, మ్యాగ్నానిమస్. ఆయన చంపటానికి వచ్చిన రాక్షసులందరికీ కూడా మోక్షం ఇచ్చాడు ఆయన. పూతనని తీసుకెళ్ళి గోలోక బృందావనంలో ఒక నర్స్ పొజిషన్లో పెట్టాడు. సో మెనీ ఆచార్యస్ గెట్ బివిల్డెడ్. ఈవెన్ వెన్ ఐ వాజ్ రీడింగ్ దట్, ఐ వాజ్ నాట్ హ్యాపీ. This Rakshasa has come to kill you and you have given her a mother's position in Goloka Brindavana. Just 1 minute she thought, aha, enta baagunnadu, ituvanti koduku naakunte anta baagundedi. She thought for 1 minute. Rest of the life, she did horrible things. Manam evaru cheyaledu atvanti panlu. Killing babies, days babies. Konni lakshala mandini champindi. But just 1 minute she thought about Krishna just before leaving her body. Krishna proved 8.5, Antyakale cha mamekam sharanam vraja ahamsa sarva papetyo mokshayishyami masucha. 8.5. He proved 1 minute, she thought, he gave her that position. Acharyas asked, ఏం చేసిందా ఆ పోతన తీసుకెళ్లి గోలోక బృందావనంలో పెట్టుకున్నావు? నేనేం తక్కువ చేశాను, నన్నేమో మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ పుట్టిస్తున్నావు. That's what Acharyas keep asking Krishna. So that's why, thank you for raising that very good point, Prabhu. That's why Krishna is considered as most magnificent and most magnanimous and most merciful. So, అంతకు మించి మనకి శ్రేయోభిలాషి ఇంకెవరు లేరు. ఈ జన్మలో తల్లిదండ్రులు ఉన్నారు, వచ్చే జన్మలో తల్లిదండ్రులు ఉన్నారు, జన్మకి జన్మకి మధ్యలో మనకి ఎవరున్నారు? Who is the one taking care of us between one birth and another birth? He is the caretaker. Eventual, all the time he is the caretaker. We had so many mothers and fathers in the last 1 lakh lives. We might have forgotten all of them, but at least this mother and this father, Radha and Krishna, we should not try to forget. This is the most important message for us, to remember us every day, remind us every day, some form or the other. And the best way to connect to our mother and father is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. నేను ఎంత చెప్పినా తక్కువే. We have to now take it more seriously. Right. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं न रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवतिर्नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपाकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गोब्राह्मणहिताय च जगद्हिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा। वेलकम बैक एवरीबडी। लास्ट वीक
తాతయ్య
little more about soul and super soul.
తాతయ్య
Soul
ఇక్కడ నాకు
అంటే
సెకండ్
జీవాత్మ.
స్లైడర్
Super soul is
కనిపిస్తుంది.
like Paramatma. Soul is anu, very minute. What is the size of the soul? మనకు గుర్తుందండి.
ప్రభుజీ
బాబాయ్
1/10,000 of the tip of the hair. అంటే మనకి కళ్ళని కనపడదు అంత మైన్యూట్ థింగ్.
ప్రభుజీ
Whereas Paramatma is infinite. Vibhu. We are anu, he is Vibhu.
ప్రభుజీ
Soul knows only this body. ఈ శరీరంలో ఉంది కాబట్టి it understands this body, this past karma,
ప్రభుజీ
this body's feelings, this body's thinking, feeling, doing everything.
తాతయ్య
Whereas, one second.
బాబాయ్
Sagar Prabhu.
ప్రభుజీ స్లైడ్ మారట్లా స్లైడ్
Okay,
మారట్లేదు
Prabhu, I will reset again. Thank you, Prabhu.
ప్రభుజీ
Why this happens every time? Hey Govinda, hey Gopala, Keshava Madhava, Deenadayala, Tu hi Paramadayala Prabhu, Paramadayala, Keshava Madhava, Deenadayala. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Prabhu, can you see the slide where we are talking about the recap now?
yes yes
Sagar Prabhu, can you see now?
yes ప్రభుజీ yeah we can hear, we can see slide number 8.
Is it moving to the purpose of life? Can you see purpose of life?
No, not yet.
Manya, can you see that next slide, Nana? I don't know why I'm not able to hear you today.
నో తాతయ్య
No,
No,
because
no.
they are unmuted. Unmute.
We We are still seeing
Okay.
slide number 8.
Same
No
slide
touch
number
it.
8.
Prabhuji,
are you
we
able
are
to
all
see?
talking we are all talking, but you are not able to hear
Yeah,
us.
yeah, there is some issue. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
we are
check.
still seeing slide number 8. It is not moving to the next purpose of
Still,
life.
it is not moving. The purpose of life.
No,
I'm just moved it. Is it moving now?
no,
It's not moving.
it's on slide number 8 only.
Oh, Krishna, I don't know what is happening. Yes, please stay on the line.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yes, I was not able to hear actually. I don't know. I set it up, everything. Maybe the voice is low. Just please tell me now if you are able to see the screen, the agenda screen. Now I move to the next slide. Can you see next slide? Huh?
No.
Yes,
It is
agenda
not moving.
screen. Yes, we
Still
can
agenda
see.
slide is there.
Ah,
Can you see Jay Radha Madhava?
Yes.
Okay,
Tatai.
perfect. Thank you. I am now moving to this slide. Can you see the slides navigating? Okay, thank you. Haribol.
Yes.
Okay, right. So we discussed that soul is only knowing our body, whereas super soul is knowing everybody. Everybody. Krishna knows each and every one of you. Everybody sitting here, మీ past life ఏంటి, ఏం చేస్తున్నాం మనం, ఈస్ కాగ్నిజెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ అవర్ లైఫ్స్. నెక్స్ట్, వీఆర్ ఇటర్నల్ సర్వెంట్ ఆఫ్ కృష్ణ, వెరస్ కృష్ణ ఇస్ ద ఇటర్నల్ మాస్టర్. These positions never change. We will never become master. He will never become servant. He is eternally a master. We are eternally a servant. And we also discussed that soul is indestructible. That means soul cannot be destroyed. Then we also understood what is knowledge. Is learning artificial intelligence is knowledge? Yes, of course. To live, it's a knowledge. But the real knowledge is to learn, understand about soul, super soul, and what is the relation between soul and super soul. That is the real knowledge. And Krishna is saying that one who understands that this is body, soul is living here, body will leave after some time, and soul will continue its journey, and the relation between soul and super soul is the person who is in the real knowledge. So today we all have actually got the real knowledge. That's why Shastra says this is called Vidya. భగవంతుడికి సంబంధించిన knowledge is called Vidya. Everything else is called Avidya. Everything else. What else we discuss? All the innumerable subjects which we are having in our college, school, everything is called Avidya. Because that Avidya is only helping us to live, to do our job. I am a professor in some college. I have 10 patents. But will Krishna allow us to come to Goloka because I am a professor? I did my master's. I have 10 patents on my name. I gave 100 guest lectures. That is not the eligibility. Somebody else might be LKG 10 times failed. Is there anybody LKG 10 times failed? Have you seen anybody? But that's the example I keep giving just for fun. So there might be a person who is LKG 10 times failed, but is sincere devotee of Krishna, but is welcome into Krishna's world. So that's why we need to understand. Both are important. This avidya is also important because we are all gruhasthas, we are living, we have to lead our life, we have to buy groceries, we have to pay rents, we have to do everything. Avidya is also important to do, but vidya, Bhagavantan, both are like parallel lines. Train lines are both are like parallel lines. We need to keep both going. We can't say all the time I focus only on avidya and I just leave vidya. We see a lot of people, right? Great professors, great scientists. They're excellent, but they ignore the existence of God. So poor. Srila Prabhupada says in a very funny way, these rascals are wasting because he is like a father. And he chastises also. Yesterday we were talking about this one. He chastises also from compassion. Compassion ante daya. Are papa life waste cheskuntunnavara. No scientist great. Harvard University professor great. But ee jeevitalo nu bhagavantudiki teluskokunda you are wasting your life. That's why he says rascals, you are wasting your life. That's what he keeps saying. Let's continue. So what is the purpose of life? We discussed several times. Yesterday I was thinking I tried to put some 7-8 points. So what is the purpose of life from your point of view? Find ourselves. To know about the Bhagavan. Self-realization, God realization. Huh? Connection to the God. Sorry? Surrender to Krishna. Very nice. Nobody said to become the richest man in entire Hyderabad. Huh? That is अंदर है, वो नहीं बताएंगे बाहर. Huh? Abba, super point. You know, we all have purpose of life. Inside in our hearts, we will not tell people. Hare Krishna, but inside, Krishna, I don't want all these things. I want to become the richest person in India. Krishna, I want to become the most famous person in Hyderabad. I want to own the properties which only my property should become 100 times, not others' properties. Huh? Everybody should suffer and I should be successful. That is how inner conscious is there. So slowly we have to clean that. See, all these anarthas are there in every heart. So I'm sitting here. It's not that I'm 100% pure. Where does monkey sit? On the top of the tree. So I'm also like a monkey sitting here little on the top. I am no better person. But what is the purpose of life for everybody? To realize our real identity. First point. What is our real identity? That we are a soul. To revive our lost relationship with Krishna, I want you to underline the word revive. Revive. It is not that we are establishing a new relation with Krishna. Manaki Bhagavantudiతో connection అనేక జన్మల నుంచి ఉంది. We have forgotten. So Bhagavad Gita, these classes, bhajans, kirtans, lectures, everything is to revive our connection to Krishna. మనకు గుర్తు చేయటానికి భగవంతుడికి మనకున్న connection. Next, ultimately to surrender to Krishna and to become free from material bondage. This line is the biggest problem. మనం ఇక్కడే చచ్చిపోతాం. 1,00,000 జన్మలు ఇందులోనే చచ్చిపోతాం. So we cannot live. మనకి ఇప్పుడు మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నాం కదా, we want all these things, material things, we want material success, material gain, material name, fame. We struggle for that one. I know a good friend of mine. I mean, he's senior to me. He's a retired person. I keep telling him, I went to his home and gave this mala also. Please, he's so busy. He's the chief guest in every function which happens in Hyderabad. He's the chief guest. I hope he's not listening to this lecture. So he wants to be the chief guest. He always wants to be on the stage. He always wants to. చప్పట్లు కొట్టాలి. ఆయన మనసుకు అదే ఆనందం. చాలా పెద్ద పొజిషన్లో రిటైర్ అయ్యారు. ఆయన మనసుకు అదే ఆనందం. భగవంతుడి గురించి చెప్తే మీరు చెప్పింది మంచిదే సత్య గారు, అలాగేనండి, బట్ అది లోపలికి వెళ్ళట్లా. బికాస్ ద గ్రీడ్ ఫర్ నేమ్ అండ్ ఫేమ్ ఇస్ సో డీప్. యువర్ 65 ఇంకా ఉంది. మేబీ ఈవెన్ దో యువర్ 75 స్టిల్. ఎలా పోతుంది సడన్ గా 65 to 75? వాట్ విల్ ఇట్ విల్ చేంజ్? ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ గో. నెక్స్ట్, టు ఎంగేజ్ ఇన్ డివోషనల్ సర్వీస్. ఎంగేజ్ ఇన్ డివోషనల్ సర్వీస్, భక్తిలో మనం నిలబడి ఉండాలి. అండ్ టు ప్యూరిఫై ద హార్ట్. That means we need to accept that we have mistakes in our heart and we need to make a conscious attempt to correct our heart. Eventually to make the human life successful. So what is success? Engaging in bhakti is success. Crystal clear, there is no second thing about it. We all think everything else is success. We think forgetting Krishna is success, but connection with Krishna is success. Then ultimately to achieve something called Krishna Prema. అది మాటల్లో ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసేది కాదు. కృష్ణ ప్రేమ ఇస్ ద ఫైనల్ గిఫ్ట్ విచ్ కృష్ణ విల్ గివ్, విచ్ మీన్స్ విత్ విచ్ వీ లవ్ హిమ్ సో మచ్. రైట్ నో అవర్ లవ్ ఇస్ స్టాక్ మార్కెట్. వన్ డే ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ నైస్, ఓ కృష్ణ ఐ లవ్ యూ. నెక్స్ట్ డే ups and downs. There is a book called Madhurya Kadambini which explains about various stages of bhakti, and in that book there is a stage called Ghanatarala. In the Ghanatarala stage is like ups and downs. One day 16 malas, next day it's okay. One day 3 hours of Bhagavad Gita, next 1 week tak don't touch Bhagavad Gita. So how many of you love cricket? So bhakti is not a one day match. Bhakti is like a test match. Consistency is important. We have to play without going out. It is not how quickly you have done 100. In a one day, you have to quickly do 100 and increase your score. But in test match, it is not like how quickly I've got 100. Sustaining and both batsmen as a companionship, how long they are playing together, right? As a teamwork. So ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే మనకి how consistent we are. Prabhuji, I don't have so much time, but at least are you reading 2 slokas a day? It will take 15 minutes. Am I doing at least that one? Am I doing at least 4 rounds? And I'm trying to connect to you every day. I know some of you are very busy with your many things, but at least 10 minutes, some quiz, some bhajan, some sloka. Many of you are not posting sloka. Why are you hesitating? I want everybody to post that sloka. How many of you are posting sloka? Raise hand. Okay. How long it's taking, Prabhu? Murahari Prabhu sloka post cheyadaniki? Half an hour? 5 minutes. And some people it is even less also. 1 minute. If you know to recite, have you seen the length of the sloka which I posted? How long is the length anytime? 15 seconds, 20 seconds is the length of the sloka. If you know reciting, it will take 15 seconds only for you also. If you don't know, you listen for 3 times, 3 into 15, 45 seconds. Then for you to recite another 15 seconds. How long it took? 1 minute కూడా మన దగ్గర లేదండి. ప్రభు శ్లోక రిసైట్ చేస్తేనే భక్త, శ్లోక రిసైట్ చేయకపోతే భక్తి లేదా? I can't answer that question. It is a way of connecting. It is not that if I recite sloka, I have bhakti, right? And ultimately, by doing all these things, we are trying to go back. What is the line used there? Go back. Go back home. There is so much in that one word. What is our real home? This is our temporary home. Who went to holiday recently? Anybody went to holiday recently? Parle cheppandi, em parledu. Kishan Prabhu, where did you go? Goa. You stayed in some nice place, 3 days or 4 days. Was it your home or your home in Gautami Enclave? So మీరు అక్కడ ఉన్న 3 days you are thinking eventually after that you are going to come back here only, right? Like that, life after life after life, you have to think, my home is Vaikunta. Goloka Brindavana is my home. I am here on a temporary posting for 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, 90 years. Anta. That is my temporary posting here. Prabhuji worked for a bank. You are going on transfers, no, Prabhu? My father was a bank manager. He worked in 17 places. Every year I used to go to new school. There are sometimes like every year, and my birthday was on June 13th, the day of school reopening. And we suddenly go to new school, and I mean, I don't know how to celebrate my birthday. New school, new people, they also don't know me. They also cannot wish me. And I can't go on the first day on color dress also. So many birthdays I did not celebrate properly when I was young because my father had too many frequent travels. He was very successful bank manager. So whichever bank was not working, they used to post him as a bank manager to increase the deposits. He was extremely good there. And now he's not speaking. Some of you have come to my home, you have seen him, 86 years old. He's not even speaking properly. There was a time, if he speaks, deposits will flow in seconds. He is considered like a jadoo man. If he speaks, they will put immediately deposits. Such kind of fantastic awards he has got. Now he's not able to speak properly. Nangar bagunnara? Bonchesara? How is the life changing? Such an active man. Right. Anyway, let's continue to talk about the soul. We stopped at 21st sloka, right? Where did we stop? How many of you remember? In the last life, where did we stop? Last life, which is last week. You don't know in last life which Bhagavad Gita chapter you stopped, and Krishna will make sure you will continue. Somebody stopped at 4th chapter, you will get a message. Bhagavad Gita classes are happening in Gautami Enclave, and that day will be starting 5th chapter. I'm not joking. Seriously, I'm telling. Krishna will take you from where you left. Neha Bikrama Nasosti Pratyabhayo na vidyate Swalpamapyasya Dharmasya Trayato Mahato Bhayat 2.40. We'll get it next week. This is one sloka I repeat every week. 8.5 I repeat every week. Neha Bikrama Nasosti. Whatever little work you are doing, it will never go wasted. That's what Krishna is telling. It will never go wasted. Prabhuji, I did bhakti for 2 years. After that, I have forgotten Krishna. It is Krishna has not forgotten. Draupadi has given Krishna ఎంత చిన్న గుడ్డ ఇచ్చిందంటే చేతి కృష్ణ చేయి కట్ అయితే Draupadi has given a small piece of her saree. And Krishna has given unlimited sarees. Unlimited sarees. For just she has given a small piece of saree and Krishna has given unlimited sarees and saved her. Otherwise, that rascal would have made her naked in front of 1,000 men. Who is that rascal? Dushasana. Right. Sometimes you have to also remember rascals. Okay. Veda vinasinam nityam yayenam ajam avyayam katam sa purusha partha kam ghatayati hantikam. O Partha, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, immutable, kill anyone or cause anyone to kill? Krishna is explaining the 4 characteristics of the soul here. What is the first characteristic? Indestructible. Ante nashanam lenidi. Second one, eternal. And it's always there. There is no death to the soul. Unborn. Puttike ledu. Soul ki there is no birth for soul. There is birth and death for body, but there is no birth and death for soul. And immutable. What is immutable? Huh? There is no change. Body cannot be. Body is undergoing so many changes. Kaumaram, Yavvanam, Jara. But soul is not undergoing changes. There is no young soul or old soul. Soul is soul. Right? That's what. Although the justice of the peace towards capital punishment to a person is condemned for murder, the justice of the peace cannot be blamed because he orders violence to the other person. See, a person commits a murder. Then sometimes the judge gives capital punishment. I think now capital punishment is not there, right, Prabhu? It's there. Very rare. Okay, in olden days or before this one, capital punishment used to be there. Even Rajul time lo kuda Sirachchedam ani undedannamata. So capital punishment was given because he has already committed the murder. So was it considered as a violence? Because the king has ordered capital punishment, is it considered as a violence? No, it is justice. Because he has killed 10 people, he need to be killed. So it is not considered as a violence. That's what Krishna is trying to explain, that it's not considered as a violence. ఎందుకు చేస్తారంటే తెలుసా అండి, యాక్చువల్గా ఇంకా ఫ్యూచర్లో కూడా ఆ పాపం అనుభవించకుండా ఉండటానికి అప్పుడే వాళ్ళకి మరణదండన విధిస్తారంట. అదర్వైజ్ దే హ్యావ్ టు గో టు యమలోక అండ్ అగైన్ సఫర్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ లైఫ్. Instead of that, they are trying to give punishment. Actually, punishments are given in this life itself so that future punishments are reduced. So punishments are actually warranted. That's what actually Krishna is explaining. So finally, he's trying to, what is Krishna's one purpose here? What is Krishna trying to do for the last 10-20 slokas? To convince Arjuna, and he will continue to do that one. And think of us as Arjuna. In every sloka, he is reminding, take Japamala and chant. He is asking Arjuna, take your bow and fight, and he is asking us, take your Japamala and chant. And we will tell in every sloka, Krishna, no. And Krishna is not giving up. In his next sloka, he is coming up with a new argument. Ela kuda manni convince cheyadaniki try chestunnadu ayana. Right. Therefore, the last line, the fighting to be executed by Arjuna at the instruction of Krishna is with full knowledge, so there is no possibility of sinful reaction. సో అర్జునుడు యుద్ధం చేయటం వలన ఆయనకి ఎటువంటి పాపాలు రావు. ఎందుకంటే హీఈస్ డూయింగ్ ఇట్ విత్ నాలెడ్జ్ అండ్ హీఈస్ డూయింగ్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఎ డ్యూటీ టు సర్వ్ కృష్ణ. ఇంతకుముందు అర్జున might have done so many wars. For those wars, he would have got some sins of killing people. But this war, Arjuna will not get even 0.1% sin because he is doing it as a duty to serve Krishna. Vasamsi jeernani yada vihaya Namsijinani yada vihaya navani gruhnati naro parani tata sharirani vihaya jeernani anyati samyati navani dehi Nisamyate navanidehi. This is the favorite sloka we all hear. ఎవడన్నా చచ్చిపోయాడంటే వెంటనే ఇదే పెడతారు. మనిషి పోయాడంటే భగవద్గీత. ఇప్పుడు అది కూడా లేదు. Right. So basically telling as a person, actually this sloka is not 100% applicable to Mataji's. Because men, if the clothes are torn, they'll buy a new clothes. But Matajis, they buy new clothes even though their old are still good. Antena Mataji? So as a person puts on new garments, giving up the old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. ఎప్పుడైతే ఈ శరీరం is not suitable anymore, automatically that soul is moving from one body to the other body. That's why some accident happen. Because the soul is already became something like, soul is not suitable for the, the body is not suitable for the soul to continue. That's why immediately soul is vacating that one. For example, మన ఇల్లు, if it is become very old house, we vacate that house and try to move to the new house. Like this, just like a person, as soon as our clothes become old, we leave them and buy a new clothes. That's what, it's as simple as that from a soul point of view. మనం చచ్చిపోతాం. చచ్చిపోయాడు ఇంకా చచ్చిపోతాడు, ఉన్నోడు కూడా ఇంకా చచ్చిపోతాడు. I mean, you cannot accept that. Some people cry for years together. Some people cannot even forget. Even after 10-15 years, they suddenly think my father or my mother. అనగానే వాళ్ళకి ఇంకా కళ్ళమ్మ నీళ్ళు వస్తూ ఉంటుంది. Some people are so connected to their parents or family members or children or like that. But from a Bhagavad Gita soul point of view, it is as simple as leaving old clothes and putting on new clothes. It's actually so simple from a spiritual point of view. Manaki, we struggle so much. Why? Because what is the underlying point? Why we struggle so much? Attachment. That is the word, attachment. And what is the solution? Why are we suffering? What is the solution? Problem మన చేతిలోనే ఉంది, solution మన చేతిలోనే. But detachment is very difficult. Detachment is very difficult. Detachment do not happen overnight. It has to be practiced. Detachment can be practiced by knowledge. జ్ఞానంతో మనం డిటాచ్మెంట్ అలవాటు చేసుకుంటాం. లెట్స్ కంటిన్యూ. రైట్. హియర్ వీఆర్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ ద 2 birds, బట్ ఎనీవే ఐ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్డ్ అబౌట్ ద 2 birds. యూ రిమెంబర్ ద 2 birds కదండి? One bird is witnessing and one other bird is eating the fruits. We discuss. Next. నయనం చిందంతి శస్త్రాణి నయనం దహతి పావకః నచైనం క్లేదయంత్యాపో na soshayati maruta. This is also famous sloka we have been hearing since our childhood. Emantunaru? The soul can never be cut into pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind. Ikkada malli intaku mundu em maatladukunnam? The soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, immutable. 4 characteristics నేర్చుకున్నాం. అంటే సోల్ నాశనం లేనిది, శాశ్వతమైనది, పుట్టుక లేనిది, మార్పు చెందనిది. These are the 4 words we learn. Now what are we trying to learn? No, mutable means it is not going through change, Prabhu. Soul is soul. Body, it is becoming purified. Purification is a consciousness part, but not physical. For example, now I am in this men's body. Next life I am in woman's body or donkey's body or dog's body. I don't know. That is, body is undergoing change. And another change is, 50 years back I was not like this, right? I was a baby.
Body is not desiring anything. Soul is desiring, right?
Yeah.
So
Actually, to be honest with you, it is not soul is desiring, it is not body is desiring. There is something in between which is desiring. Ahankaraha.
that is the symptom of soul, right?
Yeah. Yeah, soul is desiring. Soul wants to associate with matter. That's why it is taking bodies again and again. But the constitution of the soul is not changing. 1/10,000 of the size of the soul, annadi, or soul is unborn. All these characteristics are not changing, even though the soul is taking million births. The core constitution is not changing. Ardhamayinda Prabhu? Core constitution is not changing. Ha, Prabhu? Correct. Correct. Ardhamayindi. Soul is moving with one bag. In that bag, there are 3 pockets. What is that? What are the 3 pockets along with the soul? Mind, body, intelligence. Manasu, buddhi, ahankaram. That is the bag with which it's taking. Right. Next, let's continue. So we are telling that soul cannot be cut into pieces. Body can be cut into pieces, but soul cannot be cut into pieces. Tarvata, it cannot be burnt. You cannot burn the soul. Body can be burned. It is not moistened by water. అంటే నీటితోటి తడవదు. Then it is not withered by the wind. గాలికి రెపరెపలాడుకుంటూ ఎగిరిపోదు అది. So Krishna is trying to explain the nature of the soul, that it is so unique. He is trying to explain that from a point of view that soul cannot be destroyed. Whereas body will undergo all these changes. Body can be driven away with the wind, or body can be moistened with water. Body can be burnt by fire. Body can be cut into pieces. But soul cannot do all these things. He is explaining the nature of the soul. Next. Yeah, I can continue. It's okay. We'll continue. It's a lot of explanation on this one. Right. Okay. I think it is last line is important. Even after being liberated from illusion, the living being remains as a separate identity, as is evident from the teachings of the Lord to Arjuna. Arjuna became liberated by knowledge received from Krishna, but he never became one with Krishna. Soul reached a stage of liberation. Moksha ki arhat ochina stage ochina sare, soul will continue as a soul. Even though soul is living on the earth in different bodies, or soul going back to the home. What is home? Vaikunta or Goloka Brindavana. Depends upon your mood, how you are connecting to Krishna. Soul home kellipoyina kuda, soul is continuing as a soul with its eternal existence. There is never like soul getting mixed with Krishna. Soul is continuing. Akkadiki elli kuda you are going there to serve Krishna. But soul, it's not like cinema lo chupichinatuga. మనకి అంత సినిమా నాలెడ్జ్ చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి ఇలా వెళ్ళిపోతుంది అనమాట. నెక్స్ట్, అచ్చేద్యోయం అదహోయం అదహ్యోయం అక్లేద్యోషోస్య ఏవచ నిత్య సర్వగతాస్తానుర్ అచలోయం సనాతన. So Krishna is trying to explain the soul is unbreakable and insoluble. Mali, soul insoluble, karipodu. It's not like salt. When you put in the water after 10 minutes, salt kanapadu manaki. Salt karipotundi because salt is taking in the water. But soul is not like that. Soul eppadiki karipodu. It cannot be burned. It cannot be dried. He is everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, eternally the same. Any questions, or is it clear? Soul is same all the time. Soul is soul. Soul is not changing. That is what Krishna is telling. Here there is one word called Sarvagata in the third line. Sarvagata. Prabhupada is explaining. The soul, the word Sarvagata is significant because there is no doubt that living entities are all over God's creation. They are everywhere, Sarvagata. It is not that souls are all only in Gautami enclave. Or here in Hyderabad or something. Souls are everywhere. They are on land, they are on water, they are on air, they are earth, and they are within fire. It has been even proved that there is existence of life even within fire. There are some microorganisms which are living in the fire. Fire is what, 100 plus degrees, right? Fire is more than 100 plus degrees centigrade. Ante అందులో కూడా జీవం ఉంది అని సైంటిస్టులు ప్రూవ్ చేశారు. And Indians will accept only if some American scientist proves. Otherwise, if Vedavyasa says, some Gadavaina white color man with beard from Harvard University submits an article, then we'll say, yes. Avuna? Yes. So, as per some white man with long 4 feet beard, he has proved that there is life in bacteria, there is life even in sun god. That's why even in that sun god also, even in the sun planet, there is life. You cannot even imagine. Prabhupada says we are all wasting millions of dollars trying to go to Mars and Venus and Moon, but we cannot even go inside. It seems we are on the crust, upper crust. Paina ila untadi kadandi, aa crust మీద వాళ్తున్నాం తప్ప we cannot break that and go inside with our this body. With our this body, we cannot enter into the moon and having conversations with them, or we cannot even adapt to the climate. Let's say we've had some vehicle and we are trying to go towards sun. What will happen? We'll be burnt. Because our body is supposed to be burnt. సన్ దగ్గరికి ఎందుకండి, ఇంకొక 6 నెలలు ఆగితే 50 degrees వస్తే ఇక్కడే మండిపోతాం మనం. హైదరాబాద్లోనే ఒడియాల్లాగా అయిపోతుంది మన పరిస్థితి ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ 47 degrees. How many of you lived in Middle East? You know how is the climate? Hot, hotter, hottest. There are some days I lived in Middle East, almost every country you name it, except Saudi Arabia. Krishna's mercy, I did not go to that place. So, except that place, I went to every Middle East, whether for 1 week or 1 year, I was there in every country in the Middle East. And in summers, we felt like there are many times we felt, ఇప్పుడు అక్కడికి పోయి అన్నం తినాలా, I mean, get out of the house, it's so hot, walk down, go to the restaurant, eat and come back. We felt like it's okay, no need to even have lunch on a summer. It is like 50 degrees in Qatar, Kuwait, all these places. It's like crazy. So Sarvagata, it's everywhere. So therefore, there is no doubt that there are living entities also in the sun planet with suitable bodies to live there. That means they will not be burnt, right? If the sun globe is uninhabited, then the word Sarvagata, living everywhere, becomes meaningless. Krishna, Prabhupada is clarifying that there is life everywhere. See, Prabhujis and Matajis, I'm telling, in the interest of time, probably I'm not able to read every line in the class. But I request you, please read every line. Because my words cannot work sometimes, because I'm a normal human being. But Prabhupada words will bring change in your hearts. Initially, we were discussing, Raghunandan Prabhu said we should read every line. Then I thought if I read every line, it's going to take a long time. I trusted all of you that you will go home and do your homework. Ain't it homework, ain't it? Every day, 15 minutes. Every day, 15 minutes, read the sloka, the translation, and the detailed explanation given by Prabhupada. Every line, just read. I'm not asking you to by heart. Just read, underline. I saw Mataji came and initially used to ask me doubts. Radhika Mataji, what does this line mean? What does this? I liked it. That shows that you are reading. A class teacher, after the class, he says, did you understand? And people are quiet. That can be understood in 2 different ways. And you understood everything or you didn't understand anything. So if you are not reading, I have to conclude that you haven't understood anything. If you have read and if you are posting a question, then I will understand that you are reading and you have some questions and there is connecting answers. Let's continue talking. Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avikaryoyam uchyate tasmadevam viditvainam nanu sochitamarhasi. So the soul is invisible. Again, Krishna is explaining the soul characteristics. We are all doing masters on soul. We are trying to understand in detail what is soul. Soul is invisible. Kallak kanapadadu. Mana anukunnam kada 1/10,000 of the tip of the hair, we cannot see it. Soul is inconceivable. Hare Krishna. Inconceivable means achinthyam. అర్థం కాదు. అంటే హౌ కెన్ దిస్ లిటిల్ 1/10,000 ఆఫ్ దిస్ టిప్ ఆఫ్ ద హెయిర్ ఆడిచ్చి మనని గంతులేంచి అనేక బాడీస్లోకి వెళ్ళి పరిగెట్టించి కింద మీద పడి, హౌ ఇస్ ఇట్ డూయింగ్? We cannot understand. How is that little soul is the giant elephant and the same soul is in smallest mosquito? అసలు ఆశ్చర్యంగా ఉంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్, ఇన్కన్సీవబుల్, ఇమ్యూటబుల్. నోయింగ్ దిస్, యూ షుడ్ నాట్ గ్రీవ్ ద బాడీ. మళ్ళీ అక్కడికే వచ్చాడు ఆయన. So you should not worry. That's what Arjuna is telling. Right. Anyway, we discussed all those like Anu and Vibhu and all I tried to cover. Atah chainam nityajatam nityam va manyase mrutam tatapitvam mahabaho nainam sochitam arhasi. Krishna knows how to tease. Arjuna already ఏడుస్తుంటే మహాబాహో అని he was putting one dialogue. Mahabaho, you are such a powerful man. And he was teasing. Already he is crying. I will not fight. And Arjuna. So again Krishna is telling, if however you think that soul will always be born and die forever, you still there is no reason to lament. Now he is trying to come up with a different logic. Don't get confused. It is crystal clear that soul will not die. Soul has no death. But Krishna is just telling, okay Arjuna, for the sake of argument, okay, for the sake of argument, I am agreeing with you, soul also dies. Then what is the harm? Anyway, soul is dying. You are saying that soul will die. Okay, body will die, soul is also dying. What is the problem? Continue to fight. Anyway, it is going to die, right? It is not correct. He is trying to give that argument. It's okay, right? Actually, there are some set of Buddhists. Actually, there are so many philosophies. In India also, we have different types of vegetarianism. Some people are Monday vegetarians. Some people are Saturday vegetarians. Some people are eggitarians. Some people are milkitarians. Like there are different types of vegetarians in India. ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళు ఒక్కో type. Like that, there are different philosophies which are prevalent in the market. There are some philosophies which are called Vaibhashikas. వాళ్ళు ఏమంటారంటే soul will die. That is their philosophy. So don't worry. And there are some people will say animals don't have a souls. That's why you can kill them and eat them. This is another philosophy. Only humans have a soul. Animals don't have a soul. You can eat them. So like that, all this in the market, it's very, very possible that anybody can now create a philosophy. After 20 years, that will become famous. If you write an Instagram article, if 1 lakh people read that one, automatically that is becoming like a new philosophy. WhatsApp University, I keep saying this one. WhatsApp University, we receive every week one new message. Right. So Buddhists are also, actually Buddhism, it's a different topic. Buddhists are also 100% not very clear about the soul. Only Sanatana Dharma is crystal clear about the soul. How many of you, when somebody dies, you say RIP? How many of you write that message? If you hear a message, somebody passed away, immediately you say RIP. రాస్తుంటారు కదండి RIP or one namaskaram. That's what we put if somebody, you hear that message. What is RIP? What is rest in peace? ఇంకా పీస్ ఎక్కడది? It is already in pieces. Where is peace for the soul? ఆ సోల్ ఏడుస్తూ పోయింది. అయ్యో నా పెళ్ళామో, నా కొడుకో, నా కోకాపేటలో స్థలమో, నా బంగారమో, నా ఇల్లు, నా ఐసిఐసిఐ బ్యాంక్ బ్యాలెన్స్ ఏడుస్తూ ఏడుస్తూ ఆ సోల్ చచ్చిపోతే ఇంకా పీస్ ఏముంది? సో క్రిస్టియన్స్ బిలీవ్ దట్ ద సోల్ ఈస్ వెయిటింగ్ ఫర్ ద జడ్జ్మెంట్ డే. దెర్ ఇస్ సంథింగ్ కాల్డ్ జడ్జ్మెంట్ డే. ఆ జడ్జ్మెంట్ హియరింగ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ద సోల్ విల్ బి సెడ్, ప్రెజెంట్ సార్, okay, there will be an evaluation. Achha, you are going to hell, you are going to heaven. Until the judgment take, until the hearing comes yearly, twice or thrice the hearing happens. I don't know what is the schedule as per Christianity. So until the judgment day, the soul is waiting. So that's why they say, until your date comes, rest in peace. Kasep rest teesko. Until your turn comes. They don't believe in rebirth. Islam also don't believe in rebirth. But Sanatana Dharma is telling there is no rest in peace. That's why if somebody dies, what is the message we have to give? Om Shanti. Or may Lord give Sadgati. Or may Lord give a higher birth in the next life. Or may Lord transition this soul at his lotus feet. These are the kinds of messages we have to give. Don't ever use the word RIP. I hate that word RIP. And actually, there is no feeling also. RIP, and you move on. There is no feeling. I mean, no. Actually, we need to pray for the soul. Nijanga, mana evaru gurinchana, like other day we went to Prabhuji has invited for his housewarming ceremony. A lot of people would have got nice gifts for their family. Somebody would have given gold. Somebody would have given some useful articles for his new house, money, everything. But what is important thing is invoking Krishna and blessings. So some of us who were able to go there, we did 10 minutes of Harinama Sankirtana. We feel that is the best gift we can offer. Prabhu, నాకు ఇవన్నీ వద్దు, అసలైన గిఫ్ట్లే పట్టరని అంటారు. Prabhu, you did not get me any gift. You just came and did Harinam Sankirtana. ఇవన్నీ నాకు ఎందుకు అంటారా? I know you are a kind person. You don't say like that. So, but, అది కూడా ఇచ్చారు మీరు? వెరీ గుడ్. ఫోన్లేండి. కృష్ణుడు ఇచ్చారా? వెరీ గుడ్. ఐఎమ్ టెల్లింగ్ యూ, the best gift we can give to anybody is prayer. Is the prayer. If somebody dies, we just put the word RIP, forget about it. We don't even spend 1 minute thinking about the soul. We are going to a new home. Or how many of us go to weddings and muhurtam time, what do? We throw on their face. When was the last time you really had Akshantal in his hand? Krishna, please bless that family to have a wonderful life so that they don't have any problems in their life. When was the last time you made this prayer? Krishna kapote Shiva or Ganesha, whatever it may be. Me ishtam. When was the last time you prayed and then did the akshantala? Tell me. Manaspurtiga chappandi. You did that? Very good. Thank you. At least some of you did. But 99% of us, al Mohammeda, అంతే అయిపోయింది. అంతే ఫార్మాట్ ఇట్లా వేసామా వెళ్ళిపోయామా. అసలు పెద్దవాళ్ళ ఆశీర్వచనం అంటే ఏంటి? ఇట్ ఈస్ అ బ్లెస్సింగ్. There is no blessing without a prayer. There is no blessing without a prayer. We need to pray for them for 30 seconds. Whether you are going to a new home or wedding or any function, Srimantam function killer. Maybe God, please bring a great soul into this life. Vasantra Prabhu, who is our real caretaker from many ways, has become Tataya yesterday. Vasantra Prabhu as a now granddaughter. Adapilla puttindi వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో లక్ష్మీదేవి పుట్టింది, శ్రీమతి రాధారాణి came. So what we should do? We should pray that that soul should connect to Krishna. That is the real blessing. From today, we'll all pray for people, not just rip. So we have to pray. Whether death happens, శుభం జరగనండి, అశుభం జరగనండి, we have to take a minute and pray for their family. That is the prayer will go. Nowadays, why are blessings not working? మనం మొహాన్ అక్షంతలు వేసేసి భోజనానికి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాం. దట్స్ వై పెళ్లి పెటాకలు అవుతున్నాయి. అది పని చేయట్లేదు. ఎందుకంటే nobody is blessing wholeheartedly. We call 500 people for wedding, 5,000 people for wedding. ఎందుకు? For show off? Of course, that is the main point. We are calling 500 people for blessing our daughter and son-in-law or our son and daughter-in-law. అది పోయింది ఇప్పుడు. Right? So, anyway, Vaibhashikas are the people who are saying that soul has, sorry, ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికో వెళ్ళిపోయాం మనం. I have this habit sometimes, please bring me back. Otherwise, we'll be discussing second chapter even after 1 month. So, Vaibhashikas have this feeling that soul also will die. And they give that kind of nonsense philosophy. So, soul elagu patungi kabatti inka andukane all these concepts have come. Jindagi na milegi dubara. Live life king size. Unnad okate jindagi, enjoy ra beta. All these are coming from these kind of stupids who are not making us think about there is life after death. Man entante దాని నుంచి మభ్య పెట్టేసేసి you enjoy life అని చేసి, and they are all spoiling us. All those people who are saying there is no life again are in fact not our well-wishers. Yeah, they are well-wishers from one point, because they are putting us in the well. Right? So then now Arjuna is telling, Krishna is telling, Krishna, Arjuna, from your point of view, there is no soul. Okay? I will agree that for 1 minute. Then why to worry? You remember that example which I told of Gaura Gopal Das Prabhu. If you have a problem and can you do something about it? Yes. Then why worry? If you have a problem, can you do something about it? No. Then why worry? I love that one. I heard it some 5 years ago. I liked it. So that's what Krishna is telling next. This is another one which is a famous one. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrutyuru dhruvam janma mrutasya cha tasmat api haryarte natvam sochitum arhasi. So Krishna is repeatedly explaining to Arjuna, don't worry. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrutyur. What is this line? Everybody knows. Ee slokam teliyani vadu unte, he is not even a Hindu. Anybody says, I don't know this sloka, you can tell him, you are not, take a hike, you are not even a Hindu. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrutyuhu. Ante enti? Every living being has to die. Every living being, whether it is a small insect or a huge giant whale in a sea, everybody has to die. And recently, I was just browsing something, and they found a whale in some Pacific Ocean or something, which is 630 years old. 630 years old. But బతుకు 630 ఏళ్ళైనా సరే, at some day, it has to die. So one has to take birth according to one activities of life. After finishing one term of activities, one has to die to take birth for the next. ఎప్పుడైతే your karmic reactions are finished, Krishna will take you away. That means, for example, just mathematical example, you need to undergo 15% of your karma in this life, just for the sake of it. ఆ 15% ఆఫ్ కర్మ అనుభవించగానే కృష్ణ విల్ టేక్ దట్ బాడీ అవే అండ్ హీల్ గివ్ యూ వన్ మోర్ బాడీ అగైన్ టు continue the suffering from the 16th person to maybe 25th person. If Krishna gives the ended 100% in one life, మన వల్లే కాదు. We cannot even take it. మనం చేసిన కర్మంతా if he gives in one life, we cannot even take it. That's why he even distributes the karma over many lives. Right? ఆ కర్మ అయిపోగానే that body is over. ఇంకెందుకు పనికిరాదు. Immediately Krishna takes that away and gives another body. So we have a choice. I mean, I discussed this before also. We are born to burn karma or accumulate new karma or pack the bags and go back to Goloka Vrindavan. What are the options we have? We are here only to burn some karma. Antena? Or we are here to burn the entire karma. Sarva Dharman Parityachya 18.66. Final instruction of Krishna. Krishna permits, we'll discuss that after some months. Sitting here only, 18.66. Then we pack our bags and go back. Our third one is continuing. What is the choice? This choice is given by Krishna to everybody. నీ మొత్తం నీ పాపకర్మాన్ని వదిలించుకుంటావా కొత్త చెత్తను ఎత్తినేసుకుంటావా మీ ఇష్టం. That's what Krishna is telling. So Krishna is again telling everybody has to die kada. Then why are you worried? If everybody has to die, then why are you worried? So Bhishma, Drona, anyway they will die. If whether you kill or not, they will die. So Krishna is coming from many point of arguments and istuna, different POV, as we say, right, in our day-to-day, the point of view. But all these are, he is trying to convince Arjuna, and Manaki, he is giving that knowledge to all of us. Different, మనం అర్థం చేసుకున్నట్టు భగవంతుడు చెప్తాను. నెక్స్ట్ అవ్యక్తాదీని భూతాని వ్యక్త మధ్యాని భారత అవ్యక్తదిధానాని ఏవ తత్ర కా పరిదేవనా. So Krishna again is telling all created beings are unmanifest in their beginning, manifest in the interim stage, and again unmanifest again when annihilated. This English is little complicated. Mataji, Telugu book lo em rastundi cheppandi, 28 చదవండి Mataji. Yes. So basically Krishna is telling this soul did not manifest before. It did not even take birth in this one. Now it manifested in some body. And at the time of annihilation, ante annihilation ante Telugulo ప్రళయం వచ్చినప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడి నుంచి అందరూ వెళ్ళిపోతారు. సో ముందు లేదు, ఇప్పుడున్నది మళ్ళీ లేదు, మళ్ళీ పోతుంది. వై ఆర్ యు వరీడ్? లేని దాని గురించి ఉన్నది అనుకుంటున్నావు. ఆ ఇవాళ ఉన్నది రేపు లేనిది అవుతుంది. అర్థమైందండి? అర్థమైందా? వ్యర్థమైందా? ఇట్ వాస్ నాట్ దేర్ బిఫోర్, ఇట్ ఈస్ దేర్ నౌ, అండ్ ఇట్ విల్ అగైన్ బి ఇన్విజిబుల్. సో వై ఆర్ యు వరీడ్? ఈ సోల్ అన్నది ఇక్కడికి రాలా, భూమి మీదకి వచ్చింది, కనబడుతుంది, మళ్ళీ ఆ సోల్ వదిలేసి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. అనిహిలేషన్ అయిపోగానే, లయం అయిపోగానే ఆల్ ద సోల్స్ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ బ్యాక్ ఇన్ టు ద కృష్ణాస్ బాడీ. సో వై ఆర్ యు వరీడ్? లేని దానికి ఉన్నది ఉన్నట్టుంది, ఉన్నది మళ్ళీ లేదు. సో వై ఆర్ యు వరీడ్? ఈశోపనిషత్ కూడా that's what it is telling. So Ishopanishad also is talking about that. We enjoy that we have so many things, but there will be a day where we will not have all these things. Aa roju kuda, are you in the same mood of happiness? Ishopanishad. ఉన్నప్పుడే ఆనందపడతామా, లేనప్పుడు కూడా ఆనందంగా ఉండగలమా? ఈజ్ అవర్ హ్యాపీనెస్ డిపెండెంట్ ఆన్ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ ఈజ్ అవర్ హ్యాపీనెస్ డిపెండెంట్ ఆన్ ఇంటర్నల్ థింగ్స్? దట్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఈశోపనిషత్ ఈస్ టెల్లింగ్. సో ఇక్కడ ఆయన చెప్తున్నారు. సో ద మెటీరియల్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ రిమైన్ అన్మానిఫెస్టెడ్ బిఫోర్ క్రియేషన్. సో క్రియేషన్ కి ముందు ఏమీ లేదు, క్రియేషన్ అయిపోయాక మళ్ళీ ఏమీ లేదు. వై ఆర్ యు వరీడ్? దట్స్ వాట్ కృష్ణ ఇస్ టెల్లింగ్. హూ వాజ్ దేర్ బిఫోర్ ద క్రియేషన్? Who is there even after the creation ended? That's what Krishna is telling in Bhagavatam. I was there before, I was there even after. That's what. So both at the beginning and the end, all elements remain unmanifested, and only in the middle are they manifested, and this does not make any real material difference. దీన్ని ఏమంటారంటే, మనకి తెలుగులో చెప్తారంటే, వచ్చేప్పుడు ఏం పట్టుకొచ్చావు, వెళ్ళేప్పుడు ఏం పట్టుకెళ్తావు, ఈ మధ్యలో ఉన్న దాని గురించి ఎందుకు వర్రీ అవుతావు? Have you heard this statement? వచ్చేప్పుడు ఏం పట్టుకురాలి, ఖాళీ హాత్ ఆయే హై ఖాళీ హాత్ జాయేంగే ये बीच में yesterday how many of you saw my status, WhatsApp status? Anybody of you saw my WhatsApp status yesterday? What is the difference between birth and death? C, between what comes between B and D? C. What is C? Chanting. Harinama Sankirtana. What comes between birth and death is chanting. Make hay while sunshine. దీపం ఉండగానే ఇల్లు చక్క పెట్టుకోవాలి, రేపు ఎలా ఉంటుందో మనకు తెలియదు. You don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. One of my friends' father, I mean, our Siksha Guru, Leelan Prabhu, some of you have seen him, and very soon I will also invite him one day to come and meet all of you, because he's such a great soul. Today it's his birthday, and he has got all of us into Krishna consciousness. ఎక్కడో పోతున్నాను లాక్కొచ్చి ఇట్లా దేవుడి భక్తిలో మమ్మల్ని పెట్టాడు ఆయన. ఈజ్ అ గ్రేట్ సోల్. సో హిస్ ఫాదర్, he was very active man, very nice person. He worked in central government, and he studied Bhagavatam 2 times. He used to spend, because he is retired and he understood. Actually, his son Leelan Prabhu went to US and he got to know all the Telangana Reddis. So he got to know that his son is joining ISKCON. ఇమ్మీడియట్ గా అర్జెంట్ గా ఫ్లైట్ టికెట్ ఎంత రేటు కొనుక్కున్నా వెళ్ళిపోయాడు ఆయన వెనక్కి తీసుకొచ్చేయడానికి. ఈ డిస్కాన్కి వెళ్ళిపోయాడంటే అమ్మో నా కొంప ఏమైపోద్ది, నా ఆస్తి ఏమైపోద్దని. సో అందుకని హీ వెంట్ రన్నింగ్ టు బ్రింగ్ హిస్ సన్ బ్యాక్ టు ఇండియా, సెయింగ్ దట్ ఇస్కాన్ వద్దు, ఇవేం వద్దు, భక్తి ఇవన్నీ మనకు కాదని. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి ఆయన ఏం చేశాడు, ఆయన మారిపోయి వచ్చాడు. హిస్ ఫాదర్ వెంట్ దేర్ టు బ్రింగ్ హిమ్ బ్యాక్ ఫర్ 3 months ఆన్ వీసా. హిస్ మదర్ ఫాదర్ చేంజ్. దే స్టార్టెడ్ చాంటింగ్, దే స్టార్టెడ్ రీడింగ్ శ్రీమద్ భాగవతం, బికాస్ హీ సెడ్ మై సన్ టోల్డ్ మీ ద పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్. He says it very proudly. My son told me what is the purpose of life. So usually parents give knowledge to children. In this case, son has given knowledge to the parents. And once he understood that the purpose of life is this one, from that day he stopped meeting all his friends. No liquor, nothing, all he stopped. From that day he is always chanting 32 malas. There was some point he was, because whenever I meet him, Prabhuji, time waste cheyadu Prabhuji. ఇలా చెప్పాడు ఆయన. మా ఫాదర్ కూడా చెప్పాడు, ప్రభుజీ మీరు టైం వేస్ట్ చేయొద్దండి, మాల చేసుకోండి. ఈ గిఫ్టెడ్ భాగవతం సెట్ టు మై ఫాదర్. మీరు ఇప్పుడు రిటైర్ అయిపోయారని ఖాళీగా ఉన్నారు కదండి, ఎవ్రీడే యూ ప్లీజ్ రీడ్ 2 hours భాగవతం. హీ వాస్ రీడింగ్ 5 hours భాగవతం ఎవ్రీడే. హీ వాస్ మేకింగ్ నోట్స్ లైక్ ఎ సిన్సియర్ స్టూడెంట్, బికాస్ హీ అండర్స్టూడ్ ద పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్. హీ ఫెల్ట్ దేర్ ఇస్ నో పాయింట్ ఇన్ వేస్టింగ్ ఎనీమోర్. అండ్ సడన్లీ వన్ డే హీ హ్యాడ్ ఏ paralytic attack. He was on the bed for 2 years or 2.5 years. Last stages, he was not recognizing people also. I mean, we might have seen so many people like that one. But until that date, he used his life beautifully, chanting 32 malas, reading Bhagavatam 4 to 5 hours, gifting Bhagavatams. ఎవరింటికి వెళ్ళినా భగవద్గీత పట్టుకొని వెళ్ళేవాడు ఆయన. ఏ ఫంక్షన్ పెళ్ళైనా పేరెంట్ అయినా భగవద్గీత తీసుకెళ్ళి వాళ్ళు గిఫ్ట్ ఇచ్చేవాడు. దీనికన్నా పెద్ద గిఫ్ట్ లేదండి అనేవాడు. So he understood the purpose of life. How many of us have understood the purpose of life? And how many of us want to live by the purpose of life? It is not only understanding. Dani mana serious ka, how seriously are we taking? Do we know how long we'll live, Prabhujis and Matajis? మొదలెట్టాడు మళ్ళీ సండే వచ్చాడంటే చావు గురించి మాట్లాడతాడు ఈయనంట. Do you know how long we'll live?
ఉల్లిపాయలు ఉన్నాయమ్మా?
When we don't know how long we'll live, what we need to do?
ఇంకా పెట్టలేదు బయట.
कल का काम आज करो, आज का काम अभी. So I'm telling you, you never know which day what will happen to anybody one hour. Suddenly next week I may not be here. You never know. I have to be honest. What will happen? I might not have finished. Again, I have to come take birth and start from 3rd chapter in Gautami Enclave. And because I promised I'll complete 18 chapters, so I have to come back again to Gautami Enclave and 3rd, and some of you have to wait for 10 years or 20 years for me to get ready and again come back and do the sessions, right? So meanwhile, Raghunandan Prabhu will continue if something happens to me. So the point is, Prabhujis and Matajis, sorry to talk about death in the morning. It is very important. We should not neglect our life. We should not neglect our life, right? Next. ఆశ్చర్యవత్ పశ్యతి కశ్చిదేనం ఆశ్చర్యవత్ వదతి తథైవ చాన్యా ఆశ్చర్యవచ్చైనం అన్యశృణోతి Srutvapi yenam vedana chaiva kaschit.
టమాటాలమ్మా
So basically, Sloka is telling, some look on the soul as amazing. This soul isn't amazing. When you started understanding about the soul, it looks like very amazing, right? The soul is indestructible. It cannot be moistened. It cannot be cut into pieces. It will never come into being. It is always there. What does always there means? It's very difficult to understand. Prabhuji, there should be some starting point someday, no? Our logic says like that. Eternal on the word ki mana, we are not eternal. That's why for us we cannot understand what is eternal. You understand? We cannot understand eternal because body is not eternal. Right.
English, the closest word is antimatter.
Antimatter.
We cannot
Yeah.
imagine matter, we know matter, but soul is like antimatter.
Antimatter. That's because we can understand matter. ఈ భౌతికమైన పదార్థాలన్నీ మనకు అర్థమవుతాయి. అభౌతికమైనది అర్థం కాదు. And anything which is beyond time and space మనకు అర్థం కాదు. Some hear of him as amazing, while others, even after hearing about him, cannot understanding him at all. Some people listen about soul and become, అరే ఎంత ఆశ్చర్యంగా ఉంది soul. And some people says, నాకు పని ఉంది. ఈయనకంటే పని లేక సండే పొద్దున్నే వచ్చి కూర్చొని సోల్ అంటుంటాడు. నాకు బోల్డ్ 100 పనులు ఉన్నాయి, ఆయనకి ఏం పని లేదు, నాకు బోల్డ్ పనులు ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి. ఐ సోలా తొక్క. This is what some people think. You decide whether you want to be on this side or that side. We cannot be in the middle. నా గరక నా ఘాటక అంటారు కదా, అట్లా అవుతుంది పరిస్థితి. So, of course, we are transitioning from a disbeliever to believer. We are transitioning from a small faith to increased faith. Business చేయాలంటే ఏం చేయాలండి? Why do people do business? To earn money. To earn money, what you need to do? You need to invest some money. Can I do business with zero? Possible కాదు. So, to earn money, you have to put some money. So that's why to get faith, we have to put some faith. దేవుడి మీద కొంచెం నమ్మకం పెట్టుకుంటే, with that one, by reading, by chanting, by association with great people, our faith will become more stronger and stronger and stronger. ఆ faith ఎంత స్ట్రాంగ్ అవ్వాలంటే, even when we are going through difficult times, our faith should not be shackled. అర్థమైందండి? అన్ని బాగున్నప్పుడు అందరూ హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ, బాగున్నప్పుడు మాత్రం ఏం కృష్ణుడు అండి మీడు, ఆయనకి అసలు హృదయం ఉందా, ఆయన మనిషేనా, నన్ను ఇన్ని కష్టాలు పెడతాడా? ఆర్ యూ ఏబుల్ టు థ్యాంక్ కృష్ణ ఈవెన్ వెన్ యూ ఆర్ ఇన్ ద డిఫికల్ట్ టైమ్? దట్ ఈస్ ద టెస్ట్ ఫర్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ అస్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద టెస్ట్? కెన్ యూ థ్యాంక్ కృష్ణ వెన్ యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ త్రూ ద వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్ ఫేజ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ లైఫ్? కెన్ యూ స్టిల్ కమ్ టు భగవద్ గీత క్లాసెస్ వెన్ యూ ఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ డిఫికల్ట్ టైమ్? Can you still do your japamala when you are having difficult time? That is the real test. అంత బాగున్నప్పుడు కృష్ణ 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 కాదు, బాగున్నప్పుడు కూడా మనం భగవంతుడిని పట్టుకోగలుగుతామే ఇస్ రియల్ భక్తి. రియల్ భక్తి. యు అగ్రీ విత్ మీ? మాతాజీ, యు ఆర్ ఆస్కింగ్ సంథింగ్. సంచి పట్టుకొని తిరుగుతానే ఉంటుందమ్మా. సోల్ క్యారీస్ ఆల్ ద కార్మిక్ రియాక్షన్స్ ఇన్ ఎ బ్యాగ్. అందుకే చెప్పాను, ఆ బ్యాగ్ నాశనం చేయాలంటే ఈ బ్యాగ్ పట్టుకోవాలి. ఐ కీప్ టెల్లింగ్ దిస్ అగైన్ అండ్ అగైన్. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు మేక్ యువర్ దట్ బ్యాగ్ ఎంప్టీ, ఏంటమ్మా? సూక్ష్మ శరీరం అంటే ఇలా కనపడే అంత ఫిజికల్గా కనపడదు అనమాట అది. ఇప్పుడు మంది స్థూల శరీరం అంటాం. స్థూల శరీరం అంటే ఇలా కళ్ళు, ముక్కు, చెవులు, మనిషి, చేతులు, కాళ్ళు, ఇలా 6 feet హైట్ ఉన్నారు, పొడుగున్నారు, తెల్లగా ఉన్నారు, నల్లగా ఉన్నారు, లావుగా ఉన్నారు, సన్నగా ఉన్నారు, ఇవన్నీ మన కళ్ళకు కనపడేది కాల్డ్ స్థూల శరీరం. సూక్ష్మ శరీరం అంటే మనకు కనపడదు. అంటే సోల్ని శరీరం అనలేమమ్మా. సోల్ని శరీరం అనలేము. ఇప్పుడు స్థూల శరీరం అన్నది చనిపోయినప్పుడు, తగలబెట్టినప్పుడు మళ్ళీ పంచభూతాల్లో కలిసిపోతుంది. సూక్ష్మ శరీరం ఒక జన్మ నుంచి ఇంకో జన్మకి ముందుకెళ్తా ఉంటుంది. సూక్ష్మ శరీరం అంటే మనసు, బుద్ధి, అహంకారం. సోల్ సూక్ష్మ శరీరాన్ని తీసుకొని వెళ్తా ఉంటుంది. స్థూల శరీరాన్ని వదిలేసి సూక్ష్మ శరీరాన్ని పట్టుకొని వెళ్తా ఉంటుంది. మోక్షం అంటే అర్థం ఏంటంటే సూక్ష్మ శరీరం కూడా దగ్ధమైపోతాం, అంటే మనసు, బుద్ధి, అహంకారం కూడా కరిగిపోవటం. అప్పుడు స్థూల శరీరం స్థూల శరీరం పోతే ఇట్స్ కన్సిడర్డ్ యాస్ డెత్, మరణం. సూక్ష్మ శరీరం పోతే it considers moksha or liberation. అంటే మనస్సు 100% ఫర్ కృష్ణ, బుద్ధి 100% ఫర్ కృష్ణ, అహంకారం లేదు, నేను చేసేవాడిని కాదు, నేను కేవలం భగవంతుని యొక్క సేవకుణ్ణి మాత్రమే. ఆ
ప్రభుజీ
కాన్షియస్నెస్ ఎప్పుడైతే ఉంటావో మనస్సు, బుద్ధి, అహంకారం కూడా లైవ్ అయిపోతుంది.
ప్రభుజీ
అప్పుడు మనకి మోక్షానికి అర్హులు అవుతాం అన్నమాట. అర్థమైందా మాతాజీ? మోక్షానికి అర్హత వచ్చే బదులు ఈ స్థూల శరీరాలు మారుతూ ఉంటది, కానీ సూక్ష్మ శరీరం వెళ్తూ ఉంటుంది, ఒక శరీరం నుంచి ఇంకో శరీరం నుంచి ఇంకో శరీరం నుంచి. అందుకనే మనకి గత జన్మ జ్ఞాపకాలు, గత జన్మ వాసనలు ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి. దట్స్ వై, సారీ ఐ డోంట్ నో, ఐ స్పోక్ ఇన్ తెలుగు. దట్స్ వై వీ రిమెంబర్ ద పాస్ట్ లైఫ్ అండ్ క్యారీ ఆల్ దోస్, యాజ్ దే కాల్ ఇట్ as vasanas, interest. Right. So owing to the gross material conception of thing, most people cannot imagine how such a small particle can become both so great and so small. మన దృష్టిలో గ్రేట్ అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి? ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు బి బిగ్. Great means it has to be big. That's our conception. If I say that much so small is great, మన మనసు ఒప్పుకోదు. Psychological thinking, right from day one, we are thinking great means something big. So it is very difficult to understand how can such small 1/10,000 of the tip of the hair can be great and can be so small. The example can be compared to like a diamond. Some small diamond might be very expensive. When I went to London, I had to go to the Tower of London to see the Kohinoor diamond. I was asking the ticket guy, £14 was the fees. I told him, I am in Indian, do I need to also pay? And he was laughing. He said, you also need to pay. మా దగ్గర నుంచి దొబ్బుకు పోయి నేను చూడాలంటే £14 కట్టాలి. To see the Kohinoor diamond, I have to pay £14. At least that Brit was a little old Brit, but he laughed at me. He said, gentlemen, you have to still pay, even though it belongs to you, you have to still pay and see it on it. So basically, it is very difficult to understand about soul. I am telling you, Prabhujis and Matajis, so many of us have never spent time to understand what is a soul. Until you open Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, we will not understand it. So once we have the knowledge of soul, I am telling you, we'll become a better person. We'll definitely become a better person. We'll be able to handle ups and downs in our life because we know that we are here only for some time. Right? Next. Somehow or the other, one is able to understand the subject matter of the soul, then one's life is successful. Prabhujis and Matajis, if after second chapter you stop coming to these classes, at least you learn something very fundamental. I'm not encouraging you to stop. My encouragement is to come to complete our 18 chapters here. The easiest process for understanding the subject matter of self is to accept the statements of Bhagavad Gita spoken by the greatest authority, Lord Krishna, without being deviated by other theories. But it also requires a great deal of penance and sacrifice, either in this life or in previous lives, before one is able to accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna can, however, be known as such by the causeless mercy of the pure devotee. Prabhuji, if you are coming to this satsang, it is a divine arrangement. It is not happening by choice. This satsang is a divine arrangement arranged by Krishna. And if you are coming, and if you are able to accept, it is again a divine arrangement. ఇవన్నీ ఎవడంటాడు, ఎవడు నమ్ముతాడు, కొట్టిపారేచ్చు. It's 1 minute you can take it off. Prabhuji ko kuch kaam dhanda nahi hai. What is the guarantee? Prabhuji, show me the soul, then only I'll believe. Show me 1/10,000 of the tip of the hair, then only I'll believe. We can't show. I can't show. At least I can't show. But I believe in Bhagavad Gita. I believe in the words of Krishna. And I'm requesting you, ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా భగవద్గీతలో కృష్ణుడు చెప్పిన మాట మీద మన నమ్మకం ఉంటే our life is successful. We can't prove everything. Lot of science background people. Today I'm going to go to IIT this afternoon at 11:30. I'm giving a lecture on science and spirituality. So a lot of people, science background people, scientists and all, they will say only if I see then I will believe. Okay, great. But not everything is visible to the naked eye. Right. Next. Dehi nityam avyadyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata tasmat sarvani bhutani natvam sochitum arhasi. O descendant of Bharata, O descendant of Bharata. Descendant of Bharata ante Bharata వంశంలో పుట్టాడు. So that's why he's Arjuna. He who dwells in the body can never be slain. Therefore, you need not grieve for any living being. Soul ki maranam ledu. There is no death for soul. That's why, Arjuna, don't worry, continue your war. Because Arjuna is in the process of convincing Arjuna. Sorry, Krishna is in the process of convincing Arjuna. Who is Arjuna here? All of us.
Wow.
He is trying to convince us by one sloka or the other. Somebody will accept in the first sloka. Somebody will go until 18th chapter and still won't agree. Somebody will accept in 18th chapter, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Prabhuji, now I understood 18.66, I understood Sarva Dharman Parityajya. From today onwards, I am going to surrender to Krishna. But is your life guaranteed until we complete our 18th chapter? If it is guaranteed, you can wait until 18th chapter. If it is not guaranteed, better accept today. Antenandi? At least ee rojana manam pattukundam. Lord Krishna establishes that the soul is immortal and body is temporary. That is his final conclusion. Soul eppadiki untudu, body is temporary. Therefore, Arjuna, do not abandon your duty out of fear that his grandfather and teacher will die in the battle. This is what Krishna has concluded now about soul. From 11 to 30, 19 slokas. We took 2 classes. Actually, second chapter is foundation. That's why I'm spending a lot of time. Because we discussed about, the moment I said Bhagavan Uvacha, we spent 1 hour to understand who is Bhagavan. Then Natvevaham Jatu Nasam Anangane, we tried to spend 2 hours or 4 hours to discuss about the soul. Because these are fundamental. What are the 5 topics of Gita? You remember? What are the 5 elements of most important topics of Gita? Jivatma, Karma, Kala, Prakriti, Ishvara. Everybody should be able to tell this. Can we all tell this? Jivatma, Ishvara, Kala, Karma, Prakriti. Right? Soul, Bhagavan, Karma, which is action, and Kala, which is time, Prakriti, which is nature. Bhagavad Gita is talking about all these 5 points. In 18 chapters, Krishna is talking about all this. Second chapter is all about soul. Third chapter, 4th chapter, 5th chapter, he is talking about karma. Many 10th chapter, 11th chapter, all those things he is talking about Ishvara, Vibhuti Yogam, Viswarupa Sandarsana Yogam, all these things he is talking about Ishvara. Like this, these are the 5 elements we will be discussing in great level of detail. Now next, what is the time now? 8:45. So we'll continue. Till now, Krishna approached teaching Arjuna from the soul point of view. Ante nu soul annattuga he is trying to convince. Now he is trying to convince from a different point of view. Kshatriya Dharma. Arjuna, you are a Kshatriya, so you should fight. So now he is giving 10 more slokas, 10 more reasons for Arjuna to fight. Swadharmam api chaveksha na vikampitum arhasi dharmyadi yuddhocheyonyat dharmyadi yuddhocheyonyat kshatriyasya na vidyate. Sorry, I forgot. I'm only reading the slokas. I'm supposed to ask each one of you to read the slokas. Sorry. Next sloka onwards, you all read. So, ippudu varaku he was trying to explain Arjuna from a soul point of view. Soul ki maranam ledu. That's why no need to worry. You can continue that your war. Now he is trying to explain from a different point of view. Actually, second chapter is considered, Prabhupada has named it as Summary of Gita. What was the exact name, Prabhu? Second? Contents of Gita summarized. Second chapter is like Gita summary. For all the busy people who don't have time, at least second chapter is giving the summary of everything. So, until now, from a soul point of view, POV. Now, second point of view is Dharma. Okay. Arjuna, considering your specific duty as a Kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on the religion purpose. So, there is no need for hesitation. Dharma yuddhaniki minchindi ledu. Arjuna, you are fighting for Dharma. So, please continue to fight. What is the duty of Kshatriya? To fight, to protect. So, we discussed again, Chatur Varnam Maya Srushta. Krishna is saying that I have created these 4 Varnas. I saw on YouTube one atheist talking. అసలు ఈ కులమతాలన్నీ మీ దేవుడు క్రియేట్ చేశాడండి, ఆయన మూలాన్ని వాళ్ళు మేము కొట్టుకొస్తున్నాం. Somebody was blaming Krishna. There are so many atheists in YouTube now. వాళ్ళ arguments into you feel like they are right. Please don't listen. Until unless you are very strong, don't listen to those arguments. Once you are very strong, that's why in the air flight, when there is atmospheric pressure problem, they'll say first you put your mask, then you put for your children. They will not say first to put for your children. So until your faith is strong, don't listen to the stupid atheist stories. Once you are strong, then listen to all those things to understand what they are trying to come from and what is your answer for that one. Otherwise, we'll get deviated. We'll stop attending class. Prabhuji, last week I heard one YouTube lecture, then I realized what you are all setting is wrong, so I stopped attending classes. There was one person who said that one to me. I said, thank you very much. See you in the next life. That's what I told him. Okay. Intama. Yes, Mataji, yes and no, Mataji, because actually that's why I'm trying to go to. Sorry, Mataji was asking, when you are trying to kill people, and in that association you are also other their families and many are dependent and kind of things. So are you getting karma of all that one? Because now you are not only killing one person, you are asking like Arjuna in the first chapter. That's what he said. Mataji, there is no difference between Bhishma and a normal soldier who is standing there with his spear. Everybody is on the opposite side. Ardhavayinda Mataji, there is no difference. There is only difference from the parakrama. This normal person can attack one more person, whereas Bhishma is a Atirata Maharadi, he can kill 60,000 people at one time. But both of them are on opposite side. Right? So, Chatur Varnam Maya Srushta. Krishna is created 4 Varnas and they are not by birth, they are by Guna, Karma, Vibhagaya. Are you all clear? Guna, Karma, Vibhagaya. Guna means nature, Karma means action. So if somebody is born in a Brahmin family, you are not a Brahmin. But if you are having a Brahmanical qualities, what are Brahmanical qualities? Working in a software company, very busy coding. That's not Brahmanical family. Lakshanas. So Brahmanical family means you have interest to learn the knowledge, Vedas, and you are treating that, you are giving that knowledge to other people. You understood the purpose of life and you are sharing the purpose of life to the other people. That is Brahmanical quality. What is Kshatriya quality? Before fight, protect. You are fighting to protect. You are not fighting for the sake of fighting. You are not fighting for the sake of your ego. Protection. Then third, Vaishya. Cow protection. Cow protection and agriculture. That is the Ante. Ostuma, business, cow protection, agriculture. That is this one. And fourth one is Sudra. Sudra means he is a sincere servant. He is serving all these 3 communities. This meaning was distorted by people. Some Brahmanas have misunderstood it and they started claiming that we are the superior class and they started ill-treating the other caste people and fights started. That's why you see even many states now there are fights between upper caste and lower caste people killing each other. All kinds of nonsense is all going on because none of them has read Bhagavad Gita. If
Understood. They did not understand.
Okay, or you did not understand Bhagavad Gita. Either you did not read or you did not understand. Because people were thinking that Krishna has created the caste. So it is not about the caste in your born, by your nature and by your action. Prabhuji, I am born in a Brahmin family, but I am the very big businessman in Hyderabad. You are not a Brahman. Prabhuji, I eat a lot of non-veg. You are not a Brahmin family. So, Sudra. Actually, Srila Prabhupada says even there is no qualified Sudra also in Kali Yuga. We are even less than Sudras, he says. Because nobody is having the proper... What is a Sudra means? Actually, Sudra word will feel like as if it's a negative word. But you know what is the meaning of Sudra? One who is a sincere servant to the master. Are we at least sincere servants to our masters? Are we doing our job properly? Are we doing our work 100% diligently? Then we can say, I am a sincere Sudra. Okay. So why did I touch this 4 Varnas? Because we are discussing a lot about Kshatriya. That's why I touched this topic. Are you all convinced now that it's not by birth, it is by Guna Karma Vibhagaya? Please try to explain if somebody asks you. That somebody thinks that they are born by birth. No, it is not by birth. It is not your birthright to say I am a Brahmana, Vaishya, Shudra or Kshatriya. So Krishna is telling that Kshatriyas are specially trained for challenging and killing because they have to take violence to protect the Dharma. Kshatriyas are encouraged to fight because they have to protect the Dharma. They used to go for hunting. Kshatriyas used to go for hunting because they need to know the war tactics. They need to know this one. But if today you are not protecting, you are not a Kshatriya. You might be born in a Kshatriya community, but if you are not standing for people and protecting, you are not Kshatriya. So నేను క్షత్రియుని కాబట్టి నేను అన్ని చంపుతానంటే కుదరదు. నువ్వు ఆ రాజ్య భారంలో ఉంటే you can do that one. Next. Okay. You know, and also it is explained, Kshatriyas, if they fight in the war, Mataji was asking that related question, they are given heaven. యుద్ధంలో మరణిస్తే వీరమరణం పొందుతారంటారు. యుద్ధంలో మరణిస్తే వీరమరణం స్వర్గాన్ని పొందుతుంది అంటారు. Basically, if somebody dies in this one, they are given heaven. So that's why they are encouraged to fight because they are protecting. Now you will be thinking there might be a normal Sipahi on the other side. His king might be wrong or his king might be right. He doesn't know. But it is his duty to fight. So he was fighting for his king. ఆయన రాజుగా పనిచేస్తున్నాడు. So he is fighting. And in that war he dies. He is gone. Actually, Krishna did not given heaven. Krishna has given Vaikunta to everybody who died in the Mahabharata war. All the millions of people who died, Krishna has given because they have seen Krishna before dying. They have died in the presence of Krishna. So Mahabharata war, even though millions of people were killed, అంతమంది చనిపోయినా చివరికి నష్టం జరగల. Final గా they all got success life. Even though they were not devotees, bhaktas, they got the success of life. Right. Aha chetvam imam dharmyam 33. Sorry. 32. Yadruchaya chopapannam swargadvaram apavrutam Sukina Kshatriya Partha Labante Yuddham Idrisham. So basically, Krishna is trying to explain, oh Partha, happy are the Kshatriyas whom such fighting opportunities come unsought, opening for them the doors of heavenly planets. Yuddham anadu urikne raadu. Enduku vastundi yuddham? It is basically giving an opportunity. It is like to go to the heaven. It's like a knocking the door opportunity. Yuddham urikne raadu. స్వర్గానికి వెళ్తానికి అవకాశం వస్తుంది. సో ప్లీజ్ ఫైట్. సో అర్జున వాస్ సేయింగ్ బిఫోర్, ఐ డు నాట్ ఫైండ్ ఎనీ గుడ్ ఇన్ ఫైటింగ్. సో చంపటం వల్ల నాకేం రావట్లేదు. ఇట్ విల్ పుట్ మీ ఇన్ హెల్. Arjuna was saying that in the first chapter, it will put me in hell. So is Arjuna's understanding correct or wrong? Wrong. Because Krishna is clarifying, if you die in war, you are going to go to heaven. You are not going to go to hell. So at least Swargam. That's what yesterday, other day I explained that some religions stop. They don't have understanding beyond heaven and hell. They don't understand that there is super thing above there. Goloka, Brindavana, Vaikunta, ivanni unnayi. That is the place of no return. They don't know. Their knowledge stopped there. That is beyond their syllabus. They think going to heaven is everything. Going to heaven and dancing with angels is everything. That's what they think. That's it. And they're ready to do anything to go to heaven and dance with angels. And some people say that please don't stop doing that nonsense. If you want, go dance with angels here only. Instead of killing so many people and go to dance with angels there. There are so many angels already here in the Golokalla unnar. Right. So Arjuna is Ravatleda Prabhu. Awesome, it's coming. So Krishna is telling, please fight. If you fight, there are two options. One, either you will win or you lose. If you lose and die, you are going to heaven. If you win, you are the king. There is no harm. గెలిస్తే రాజు అవుతావు, ఓడిపోతే వీరమరణం పొందితే స్వర్గంకి వెళ్తున్నావు. సో నీకు నష్టమే లేదు. అటు చూసినా లాభమే, ఇటు చూసినా లాభమే. ఎనీవే ఇట్ ఈస్ యు ఆర్ ఇన్ అ బెటర్ బెనిఫిట్. సో కంటిన్యూ టు ఫైట్. 33 అతశ్చేత్వం ఇమం దార్మ్యం సంగ్రామం న కరిష్యసి తతస్వధర్మం కీర్తిం చ హిత్వా పాపం అవాప్యసి. I will take 10-15 minutes more so that we can logically close here. Instead of 9, I'll stop at 9:15. Okay? Right. So that we can logically stop at this one, and next week we'll take up the third point of view of Krishna. If, however, you do not perform your religious duty of fighting, then you will certainly incur sins for neglecting your duties and thus lose your reputation as a fighter. Kshatriya Dharma. Actually, నువ్వేమంటున్నావు? నేను యుద్ధం చేయను అంటున్నావు. Actually, by not fighting, you are not gaining anything. You are in fact doing wrong because you are forgetting your duty. Swadharmam. Krishna is telling that you should do your duty. Your duty is to fight. And if you are saying that I will not do my duty, you are doing more adharma by not fighting. And you are also going to lose your reputation. Arjuna యుద్ధం వదిలేస్తే what will people think? Do you think people will think that Arjuna has left the war out of compassion? పిరికోడై పారిపోయాడు అంటాడు. Do you think will Duryodhana appreciate Arjuna and give him a hug and say, ఆహా నీకెంత దయామయుడవయ్యా, ఇల్సే నీకు చేతకాక వెళ్ళిపోయా ఉంటాడు. రైట్. నెక్స్ట్ అకీర్తిం చాపి భూతాని కథాయిష్యంతి తే త్వయం సంభావితస్య చ కీర్తిర్ మరణాత్ అతీరిచ్యతే. He is saying that people will always speak of your infamy, and for a respectable person, dishonor is worse than death. అంటే అపకీర్తి కన్నా, చావు కన్నా అపకీర్తి ఇంకా ఇది అనమాట. Because they will say that you have left the war because you are scared. You know that you cannot win Bhishma, Drona, that's why you ran away. And even now we will not be talking about Arjuna. We will be thinking Arjuna the coward. The book name will be Arjuna that coward. That is the book we would have been reading had he left the war. Now we are reading Arjuna. Yatra partho. What is that sloka? Tatra Sri Vijayor. Wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is Arjuna, there is only success. There is only success. So, otherwise we would have been reading the book Arjuna the Coward, or the lessons to learn from Arjuna. That kind of management books we would have been reading. Right. So, Krishna is telling Arjuna, if you leave the battlefield before the battle even begins, people will call you a coward. Pirikavad anukuntaru. My advice is, you better die in the battle. For a respectable man, ill fame is worse than death. So, better die. If you feel like you will die, die in the battle. That's okay, rather than leaving the war. So the final judgment of the Lord was for Arjuna to die in the battle and not to withdraw. Next. Bhayatanat uparatam mamsyante tvam maharata yesham chatam bahumato bhutva yasyasi laghavam. So the great 35th sloka we are reading. Are you all able to follow?
Yes, Master.
Okay, 35th. So the great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battle field out of fear only, and thus they will consider you as insignificant. What we just discussed. ఇప్పుడు వరకు గొప్పగా పొగడిన అర్జునుడు అంటే ధనుర్ధారి, గాంధీవం పట్టుకుంటే he can kill anybody. Arjuna is that great. Arjuna is this great అన్నోళ్ళంతా Arjuna the coward. ఇంకా అలా అనుకుంటారు. నీ కీర్తి, ఇప్పుడు వరకు ఉన్న కీర్తి కూడా నీకు పోతుంది. సో nobody will think that you have left the war out of compassion. దయతోటి వెళ్ళిపోయాను ఎవ్వరు ఒప్పుకోరు. Right? So don't do that one. Next, 36. అవాచ్యవాదంశ్చ బహూన్ వదిష్యంతి తవాహిత నిందస్తాస్తవ సామర్థ్యం తతో దుఃఖతరం ను కిం. నిందస్తాస్తవ సామర్థ్యం అంటే ఏంటి? నీ సామర్థ్యాన్ని కించపరుస్తారు. దే విల్ స్టార్ట్ ఇన్సల్టింగ్ యూ. అర్జున, హీ క్లెయిమ్స్ దట్ ఈస్ అ గ్రేట్ వారియర్, బట్ యాక్చువల్లీ డజంట్ నో. వెన్ ద టెస్ట్ కేమ్, హీ ran away. Anna, that's what he was telling. So Lord Krishna was just trying to convince him so many ways. Please leave that compassion. Your compassion is not respected. Nobody is going to understand the daya in your heart. People will think that you are a waste fellow. 37. Hato va pyaprasisvargam
Pato va
jitva va bhokshase mahim tasmad uttishta kaunteya
Tishta Kaunteya
yuddhaya kruta nischaya.
Krita
So
Nischaya.
Krishna is telling, either you die or you go to the heaven. నీకున్నాయి రెండే దారులు, మూడో దారి లేదు, తప్పించుకోవడం కుదరదు. either you die in the war or you go to the heaven. So please fight with determination. That's it. That's what Krishna is telling. Next, sukha dukkhe same krutva
Sukha dukkhe same krutva
labhau jaya jayau
labhalo bhau jaya
tato
jayo
yuddhaya yujyasya
tato yuddhaya jaya
naivam papamavapyasi.
naivam papamavapyasi.
So Krishna is again telling, do your duty. Forget about whether you will win or lose. Fight for the sake of fighting. Just do it as your duty. నువ్వు చేయాలి కాబట్టి చెయ్యి. Forget about whether you are going to win or you are going to lose. Don't consider నేను గెలిస్తే ఏంటి, గెలవపోతే ఏంటి, what will happen to that. So a lot of times we think so much before even doing an action. చేస్తే ఏమవుద్ది, చేయపోతే ఏమవుద్ది. We think so much time and sometimes don't even do the work. Sometimes for a 10 minutes work we think for 10 hours. Avuna? Anybody thought like that? For a 10 minutes work you thought for so many hours? Anytime? It happens. So he's just saying that anta worry avalsina avasaram ledu. Just keep doing your duty. Forget about happiness or distress. What is the sloka you can connect to? Okay, one is karmanya vadikarista. What is the other sloka we discussed last week? Matra sparshashtu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkha agama payino nitya tvam tvitikshasya bharata. So matra sparshashtu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkala. Ela aithe there is summer, winter. Summer, winter, it's coming like that in our life. మంచి జరుగుతుంటుంది, చెడు జరుగుతుంటుంది, ఆనందం వస్తుంటుంది, దుఃఖం వస్తుంటుంది. Please understand that life will always have ups and downs, and please accept that. That's what Krishna, now Krishna is connecting to that sloka and he's telling that without considering happiness or distress, ఇది యుద్ధం చేస్తే what will I gain? If I don't fight, what will happen? What if I win? What if I don't win? How can I kill my grandparents? How can I? Don't think about all those things. Don't think about victory or defeat. And just do your duty. By doing your duty, you will not incur sin. In fact, by not doing your duty, you will incur sin. యుద్ధం వదిలేయటం వలన నీకు పాపం వస్తుంది, చేయటం వలన పాపం రాదు. And Krishna is telling. And is Arjuna supposed to accept that or no? Krishna, you may be wrong, Krishna. I don't think, Krishna, you understood properly. Krishna, you never understood my feelings properly. Krishna, I think you have half knowledge. Please understand. That is our type of Arjuna. If we are sitting in Arjuna's place, what we will say? Hold on, Krishna. You don't know my situation. Asan neekem telusu? And you have less knowledge. You don't understand me fully. That's what we will tell. That's why Krishna did not tell Bhagavad Gita to us directly. He told Bhagavad Gita to a person who understands that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead and who will not question. See, I'm not telling Krishna's instructions are easy to implement, but they are not wrong. Are you agreeing with me? భగవంతుడు చెప్పింది ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయడం కష్టం అవ్వచ్చు, but they are not wrong. You might take years to come to matra sparshashtu kaunteya, to be able to be balanced. Next week we are going to discuss from actually 39 to 53. Now Krishna is going to come from third point of view, buddhi yoga. Then from 54 to 72 Krishna talks about shrita prajna. Shrita prajnasya kabasha. So Krishna is going to talk about equipoised. Sthita prajnalu ante deniki idaipoకుండా. Krishna will explain that. Is it easy just by attending that class will become sthita prajna?
No.
If that is so, I would have become by now. We need to practice. How long will the practice take? Sometimes
Lifetime.
lifelong. You never know. Sometimes lifelong it will take for us to take. But do we want to practice, or because it's going to take a long time, we'll ignore it? We have to practice, even though it's going to take lifetime, we have to do it. మన ఉద్యోగం ఎన్నాళ్ళు ఉంటుందో తెలియదు, అయినా సరే వీఆర్ వర్కింగ్ హార్డ్. ఇండియా has become like America now. Overnight, people are getting fired left, right, center. People are losing jobs. But we still work hard for the boss. We don't know when we'll die. But we still get up with hope every day morning. ఇవాళ నేను అది పీకుతాను, ఇది పీకుతాను, I will do this one, I will do that one. And we get up with hope. We don't know what is going to happen. So, even though this practice is a lifetime, but still it is worth practicing. Acharyas say that one, it is okay to fail rather than not try. అర్థమైందండి? You struggle. Finally, death has come. Krishna, I've been trying, still I'm not able to focus, still I have not completed 16 rounds, I'm doing only 4 rounds, 5 rounds. That is okay rather than not even trying. Sometimes we go in front of Krishna, Krishna, na manasulo jealousy povatledu Krishna. I'm trying my best, but jealousy is not going. I want you to remove that jealousy from my heart. That is okay rather than not even trying. అర్థమైందండి? Something is better than nothing. ఎంతో కొంత మానవ జీవితం మనకి ఇచ్చాక ఎంతో కొంత మనం ప్రయత్నం చేస్తూ భక్తి మార్గం వైపు మనం నిలబడుతూనే ఉండాలి. We'll keep falling down. You will see small children, I think when they are learning walking, how are they? Telugulo antaru, tappatadugulu antaru. They fall down. There is no balance. They will be doing disco dance. Like this. They will be walking. But still, you wait for them to walk, and there will be day they are walking comfortably without falling down. And we are all sadhakas are exactly like that. Each one of them are in different path. Some of us, I am at 0%. Some of you might be at 50%, some of you might be 70%, some of you might be at 90%. But it is our duty to continue. Keep walking. Keep walking ante inkoti gurtu cheskomakandi. Keep walking. We have to keep doing our duty. We have to keep doing our duty every day sincerely. So finally, Krishna concluded. So we have discussed till now 2 points of view. One from a soul point of view, then second from Kshatriya Dharma, duty. Nee dharma nuvu nirvartinchu. And Krishna is giving so many reasons. Enta patience undandi ayaniki. Krishna has so much patience, right, to sit and explain in different points of view. He did not say like that. Okay, Arjuna, you are not convinced from a soul point of view. Let me explain from Kshatriya Dharma. You are not convinced from Kshatriya Dharma. Let me explain from Buddhi Yoga point of view. How much patience he has. This is called most merciful. Yes. Mark, for us it will take 40 years to understand Gita. Krishna covered this in 40 minutes. He stopped Kala. The wars. He stopped everybody. It was like, there was one movie, I always connect to this movie, Watchmaker movie. Number 6, 6 anukunta. 7 Sense, 7 Sense or something. There is a Surya movie. He is a watchmaker.
7 Senses.
Cinema chepte baga ardham avuthayi manaki. In that movie, 24 is the name of the movie. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for helping. He stops the clock. Suddenly the world stops. I don't know how many of you watched that movie. If you can imagine that one, you will understand what happened in the Mahabharata war. Krishna stopped. Everybody, somebody was drinking glass, they were like this. Whatever position they were, he stopped the clock. Then he explained Gita. And then he again said, and everybody became normal. And then life continued. He can do that one because Kala is a servant of Krishna. He can stop Kala. Prakriti is a servant of Krishna. Krishna can do anything. If he wants today, there can be 55 degrees summer also. Or in the May, there can be snow in Hyderabad. If Krishna wants, it's possible. Right? Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here. Any questions? 9:15. It's okay. We are not very late. If anybody is in a hurry, please go take prasad and go. It's already offered. Time takkunte vellipondi. All Pandavas went to heaven, Mataji. Actually, that is a different story. Actually, Pandavas did not even go to heaven. They went straight to Goloka Vrindavana. So there are a lot of stories about it that they went to heaven and they discussed and kind of things. One dog also went with them. All those stories we hear that one. But the real thing is they went to Goloka Vrindavana because they are sincere servants of Krishna. Haribol. Any questions? Right. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladala Dadaine. Praladada Dadaine. Hiranyakasi Purvakshaka. Stilatantana Kanakalaye Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha Yeto Yeto Yami Tato Narasimha Bahir Narasimha Hudaye Narasimha Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapatye Tavakara Kamalavare Naka Adhuta Sringa Lalita Hiryakasipu Tanugrunga Kesavadita Narahiruta Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Jaya Narasimha Dev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jai Jai Gurudev Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol Harinama Sankirtana Yajna Ki Jai Harirnama Eva Kevalam Kalau Nastaiva Nastaiva Gatiranyadha Abhaya Charana Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Brunda Ki Jai Gange Mai Ki Jai Yamune Mai Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Kaliyuga Pavana Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai Kaliyuga Pavana Harinama Sankirtana Yajna Ki Jai श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय अखंड वैष्णव कोटि की जय अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः हरे कृष्ण. Thank you all for coming every week and listening to Bhagavad Gita, for bearing me, seeing my face every week. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Please
Guruji.
accept Prasad. Wow. So, when I was in 3rd standard, 4th standard, my mother and her friends were having satsang. I used to sit like that in some corner. Or we used to play outside. So they all used to read Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu Sahasranam, everything. We were playing outside. So, will it work? I am an example. Yes, it works. Even though I was not participating in Bhagavad Gita, even though I was not reciting slokas, it will work at some day. It worked for me at 47. For them, it will work at maybe 10 or 11. It will work. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, any questions anybody has? Manya, are you able to follow? Huh? Is it getting difficult, Nana, to understand the slokas?
No, Tattva.
Are you able to follow? That's good. Yes. So,
Yes.
thank you, Hare Krishna. Thank you all. We'll see you again next week. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
If anybody has any questions, post in the group. I will answer today itself.